After weeks of round-the-clock haggling, America's top diplomat was bleary-eyed but elated.
This moment has been a long time coming.
What he and U.S. allies shook hands on would strip Iran of much of its nuclear fuel stockpile and sharply limit future efforts. In President Obama's view, sparing the world a nuclear showdown.
Every pathway to a nuclear weapon is cut off, and the inspection and transparency regime necessary to verify that objective will be put in place.
In exchange for phased-in sanctions relief, the Iranians have agreed to mothball 2/3 of their centrifuges to dilute or neutralize enough uranium for up to a dozen bombs and to cut way back on enrichment and research. They've also accepted constant monitoring, even visits to military sites after an appeal. In sum, said the president, it's far better than the alternative. No limits, unraveling sanctions, and a Mideast arms race.
Put simply, no deal means a greater chance of more war in the Middle East.
Yet foes in Congress are lining up to denounce it, saying Iran's nuclear program remains intact and the toughest limits only last 10 years.
The Iranians appear to have prevailed in this negotiation.
If, in fact, it's as bad a deal as I think it is at this moment, we'll do everything we can to stop it.
An Obama veto threat makes that unlikely. But in Israel, Benjamin Netanyahu warned his country won't be bound by what he calls a stunning historical mistake.
In a decade, this deal will give an unreformed, unrepentant, and far richer terrorist regime the capacity to produce many nuclear bombs.
That said, short of shutting the program down, which Tehran would never do, Obama may have gotten the best deal on offer.
The constraints are meaningful on the program, and it does the most important thing one can do in nonproliferation policy, which is to buy time.
Meantime, in both Tehran and Washington, backers of this pact say it could break an impasse between countries estranged for 4 decades. President Hassan Rouhani says his hope is it opens a new chapter. Mark Smith, The Associated Press, the White House.